Okay, hello, welcome to another video. This is just a quick one really on the 2021 question 2 linear regression correlation question. This one's about a sample of 16 students, numbers of letters in their last name is X and the number of letters in their first name is Y. Results are shown in the scatter diagram on here. Yeah. What is this correlation? Well, it sort of looks vaguely negative. I must admit, it doesn't look like a strong negative, but that seems to be mostly going down rather than that, implying that, like, if your, let's have a look, why is if your first name is short, then your last name tends to be long, whereas if your last name is short, then your first name tends to be longer. That's vaguely interesting, I guess. Anyway, describe the correlation negative. Yeah. Once again, I'll check this at the end of the video and we'll see if we got it right. Mark suggests that parents with long last names tend to give their children short first names. So, just like we saw here. Using the scatter diagram, comment on Mark's suggestion, giving a reason for your answer. Well, Mark's suggestion is supported by the scatter diagram. And we really feel like we're repeating ourselves here. I'm just going to say as longer first names seem to be correlated with shorter second names. And vice versa, that's what I'm going to say here. Hopefully that'll get me the marks. We'll check at the end, see if the mark scheme's going to be harsh on me. Okay, the results from Mark's random sample of 16 observations is given in the table below. Now, I'm going to describe to you how you use a calculator here. And it's pretty tricky because I've lost my calculator, but I've just checked upstairs that I know what I'm doing. I think you'll go to 6 first, which is statistics, yeah? And then you'll select not one variable statistics, because this is 2 variable statistics. So what I normally do is I go to y equals a plus b x, yeah? And then what I do is I input the data. You'll have an X and a Y column, and so I'll input all of this data. It will take a little while. Make sure you can do this though, because it does come up occasionally, as it has done here. And then I'll press all cancel on my calculator, which is kind of feels like the wrong thing to do. But then if you press option, yeah, you should have on number 3 the option of regression calc. And this is the topic of regression and correlation coefficient. And then when you press that, it should give you the R value. I can't remember what the R value is, so I think it's a negative 0.544, so that looks like reasonably strong. So minus 0.544, and you can get that from your calculator. Make sure you can do that. Figure out how to do it before the exam. Okay, test whether or not there is evidence of negative correlation between the number of letters in the last name and the number of letters in the first name. State your hypotheses clearly, use 5% sig level. So H0, hopefully you've got it now. We always use rho. These are little, don't write equals here. Rho equals 0, that there's no correlation, but H1 is that there is some correlation. Now, he thinks that there's negative correlation here, so we're going to say less than 0. And it's 5% significance level, so we're going to use a little table of values, yeah? 5%, oh, what was the sample size? Last thing. 16 observations, so 16, I guess. So n is 16. And we're at 5% here. So we're comparing it to 0.4259. That's the value they want to see. You notice they always seem to use negative correlation. I guess they want to see if you understand this. So minus 0.544, let's write underneath here, minus 0.544 is less than minus 0.429. In other words, it's closer to minus 1, this value. And hence, once again, everyone I've done is like this, except H1, yeah, evidence to suggest that there is some negative correlation. There is some negative correlation, and that supports Mark's belief. There we go, supporting Mark's belief. And that is it. Yeah, let's quickly check that we were all right with that. Negative Mark's suggestion is compatible because it's negative correlation. I mean, you just feel like you're repeating yourself there, don't you? And then finally, yeah, good, 0.4259, result is significant. So I think this is a very straightforward question, to be honest with you. You should be getting 6 out of 6 on that one. You really should. There's nothing unusual there. Okay, well done. Keep up the hard work.